downfield. It is intercepted by number 20, McShay.
That's the ball game.
That's the game. And Thomas Moore is your 1981 state champion in the WISAA.
Honestly, the best one that stands out is still that football state championship. It was the end of that game was really cool because the guys that we grew up with that whole 4 years, I mean, we only had 2 junior starters on that team. Everybody else was a senior. And so it was really the guys that came through. We were such a tight-knit group. No one expected us to be that good. They all said, you know, even our coach said he thought we'd be like 500 that year. We wouldn't play to be that good. We wouldn't have the standard that Thomas More was up to. But it was just such a tight group of guys that just would do anything for the guy next to them.
Meet Jaime Maliszewski. He is a proud member of the Thomas More class of 1982 and president and CEO of Reliable Plating Works, where they have been providing metal finishing services for over 90 years.
Basically what we do here is we take other people's products. Reliable is parts that are made out of steel, things like school furniture, hand tools that you see at like a Snap-on or a Master Lock type of, or a Craftsman. We go and take parts that are Harley Davidson parts from OEMs and things like that. We do Master Lock latches, so all the little padlocks you see at the school, those are all plated by us. And we take their parts that they send to us, we do some finishing to them that puts on a chrome finish, and then we send them back to them to be assembled and put onto the final end products.
During Jaime's time at Thomas More, he became very involved in sports. He also grew a bond between his peers and teammates who all came from the same background.
So then when I finally did get to Thomas More, it was really kind of a neat thing because it brought together so many kids of a kind of a same kind of a background as me. Thomas More, back when I went in the late 70s and early 80s, it was kind of the blue collar of the private schools. It wasn't the Marquettes or the fancy schools or the Memorials that bring in the high dollar people. These are kids whose dads were still working engineering jobs or factory jobs and, really working hard. And so we kind of took that as a badge of honor and saying, hey, we're the working class guys. And so we went into sports that way. That's how our team kind of got together, and we had really good teams back then. But as I was doing that, I also started, when you go into class, you're like, man, I got some really cool teachers here. And there's a few, you get emotional thinking about them.
Jaime believes that his experience at Thomas More gave him the values that have helped him succeed today.
The networking of people is so huge because you learn how to interact with people at Thomas More. You're in a professional type of way. You goof around. You're a kid. You do your stupid stuff as a kid, but you're dealing with professional teachers and stuff, and you know how to be yes sir, no ma'am, all that type of stuff. And when you get into the reality of business or any other situation, that respect that you have for other people is huge, and it shows, and people buy off of that. And they know that you're a person of credibility. And so when you do that and learn that through your Thomas More education of being respectful and knowing all those things, and then you take that onto into your life, it's amazing how many doors that opens for you.
Jaime has some words of advice for current STM students.
Take advantage of what those teachers are giving you. If you look at, the teachers that are there, they truly want to help the kids. And if you look at it that way, as this guy, I know they're tough on you, or they may give you some things that you don't want to do, or they might get hard on you or something. You know what? That stuff's going to pay off in the long run because they truly do make a difference. When I went into college after Thomas More, I passed through all the math classes, I passed through the English classes, I passed through all the stuff, and I got to work on actual credits that I wanted to work on. I didn't have to do all the the BS type of credits, so you get your basics in. I was, because of Thomas More, I passed through all those things, and even to the ones I got to, it was like, man, these are so much easier than what I was doing in high school. The expectation that the Thomas More teachers had was just so much greater than even my professors had. So it was definitely a nice transition, and take advantage of those teachers, learn what they're going to give you, get the homework done, because it's amazing how that it goes and it transpires all the way through to your next level.